right, Joe, it's Sunday about noon, and me and Shannon's next to me. She doesn't want to be on the camera. There's Shannon. We're going to get some lunch, so I figured we'd take the E300 and do a test drive video for you. But the car's cold. It's just been sitting in the garage, and you can see 97,917 miles. So let's go ahead, just do a cold start. Now what you can do is watch for the glow plugs. See them come on right there.
Waiting to pair.
And then they turn off, and the car fires up. And you see we have full oil pressure, cold engine, a little over half a tank, at a perfect idle RPM. And right here, I've actually got my little Bluetooth receiver. This tunes in. I have it tuned in to station 88.9, and I just put my little or my phone holder right there. So, and then I tune in my Bluetooth, and I can stream whatever music I want. Like I said, I've been driving this car. All right, let's go ahead and just back out of here. Shannon likes this car the best. Shannon, what do you like best about this one?
I don't know, I'm all about aesthetics.
You like the way it looks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black with black leather interior looks really awesome. All right.
And the color of the wood right here.
Yeah. She likes the color of the wood right there and the black interior. Yeah, this is your favorite one, isn't it?
Yeah.
She told me not to record her, so I just screwed up. I'm in trouble now. All right, I'm just gonna drive normal down my street here. We'll get under it and give it some acceleration once we get out on the main road. But you can see all the gauges, RPM gauge, the clock. I need to set the time. The clock does work, but I have it set wrong. Oh, you can see the temperature outside. It's about 52 degrees right now. It's kind of cool this morning. And make sure we have the air on. Just have it blowing on low. All right, I'll give it a little juice around this corner. Sounds good, doesn't it? Gotta slow down. There's traffic up here. Yeah, there's nothing like an old Mercedes diesel. This one's actually not that old. It's a 95, and but the 1995 they changed the nomenclature. So, for example, in 1985, these cars were called the 300D, or you had the S-Class, which was the 300 SD. And in 1995, they changed it to the E300. And this was a 1 year only car. The chassis, meaning the design and body of the car, is called the W124 chassis. And in the early 80s, these cars were the W123 chassis. So 123, this is the next iteration, 124. And instead of a 5-cylinder diesel, this car had a 6-cylinder diesel. This particular year was a non-turbo 6-cylinder diesel. Here, we'll go ahead and put the pedal down here. You can see the acceleration.
Cops usually sit up here, John.
There you go. That's 60. I think that was right about 60. I got to slow down because we're in a kind of a residential area. But yeah, so you know, in 1985 they ended the 5-cylinder turbo diesel on the 123 chassis, and then this is, you know, 10 years later, it's the 124 chassis, and it has a 6-cylinder non-turbo. So basically, that extra cylinder makes up for the non-turbo. They just added another cylinder. Whereas in 85 they had one less cylinder, and it was a turbo. These engines are much smoother, much more refined. You know, it was 10 years later. So the Germans had, this is an aluminum head they put on this engine, as versus the cast iron head on the early 80s. So, you know, the early 80s engines are closer to like old muscle car, you know, style iron engines, and they had better refined these engines by the mid 90s. But we're gonna turn in up here to the diner, and on the way back after we eat, I'll show you cruise control and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, this is a nice one, man. I wanted to keep this as my daily driver, and Shannon was actually begging me for the car, but I was like, no, I already got you one, baby. Oh man, this place is packed. This is the Sandy Springs Diner. It's just a good diner down the street from my house. Wow, they are packed.
There might not be a table.
Oh, it's Sunday after church is why. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and park, and then I'll do the cruise control and some more test drive when we leave the diner. So I'll see you in a few. All right, so we just finished our Sunday Sandy Springs Diner lunch. We'll go out here and just go cruising a little bit more, and I'll put on the I'll get out here and get it up to speed. We're kind of in a residential area, but I can get up to about 45 or so and put the cruise control on. And the cruise control is right here. See, accelerate, decelerate. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna get it up to about, here we go. See the RPM shifting? They shift great, right at the right position. I'll put the cruise control on. There we go. You can see my foot is not on the pedal. And we're cruising at 40 miles an hour. Very smooth. The 124 chassis, as I said, it's the model after the 123 chassis. The 123 was, you know, late 70s up into 1985. And then the 124 was the next chassis to come out. I think it might have come out in 86 or 87. But the main thing you notice on the 124 chassis, it is way better suspension and way better handling. The 124 feels more like a modern car. It's got a 5-link rear suspension, whereas the 123 and 126, they feel more like classic cars. I mean, you can tell you're definitely in a 40-year-old car when you drive one of those. In the 124 chassis, I mean, it's every bit as nice. The ride and comfort is every bit as nice as a modern vehicle. But the bonus is that you don't have all the computer systems like you do in a modern vehicle. There's actually a mechanically actuated injection pump. Meaning, you know, I push the accelerator pedal with my foot. It literally pulls a cable and regulates the fuel flow mechanically. And that's the beautiful thing about the 95 E300. It's the last great mechanically injected diesel Mercedes. In 96, 97, 98, 99, all the computers started showing up. Over here. So we're going up a hill here, and watch the shift points. Should shift right around 4,000, 4,500. Perfect. The transmission is adjusted perfect. It's shifting through all the gears exactly how it's supposed to, and it's had a, you know, fresh transmission fluid, fresh engine fluid. I think you need to change the engine fluid. I meant engine oil. You need to change the engine oil at 103,000 miles is the next oil change. Right now we have 97,920 miles. But let me get over here, and I'm going to take Shannon over to the fish tank store. Right here, Shannon?
Yeah.
Or the aquarium store. Where is it?
It's not an aquarium store.
Oh, where are we going?
I just have to run in and get some oil.
What is this place?
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, so that's a pretty good test drive. I guess I can get out on the interstate and show you top speed. So when she comes back from the whatever store she's in right now, I'll go ahead and do that. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, we're coming up here on Georgia 400, which is basically the Georgia Autobahn. So we'll get up to highway speed, 80 miles an hour, and then we're going to go down to the next exit. We'll do a brake check. And Shannon actually just pointed out something that a lot of people are not familiar with on the 124. So on the driver's side, they have a normal sized side mirror, but on the passenger side, you notice how that side mirror is a different shape. Well, the Germans actually designed them that way. It's that one's like a little shorter, but it's taller, and this is not as tall, but it's wider. And that was the actual design by the Germans, because they figured you needed more visibility, I guess, vertically on the passenger side. So that's a unique feature of the 124 chassis, is different size side mirrors. The Germans, they designing these cars, they really knew what they were doing, and they really paid close attention to details, and they did some they did features like that.
I like the way this is designed too.
Oh, the instrument cluster housing, yeah, the dash is a cool design on these cars.
And it looks like it comes up and then slides down.
Yeah, it's a cool design, how the gauge cluster, instead of it being rounded like the 123, it's just a more modern boxy design, and the whole car is a more modern boxy design compared to the 123s. Okay, we have some Sunday traffic, but we're getting onto the Georgia Autobahn here, and we're gonna have to do a rolling 0 to 60. Here we go. Yeah, there's a little too much traffic here.
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry. There's just too much traffic for the 0 to 60. But I mean, you can see we're keeping up with. This keeps up with modern traffic, no problem. I mean, it drives like a modern vehicle. I mean, that's a Porsche in front of us, So I'll go ahead and merge over here into the fast lane. And there we go. We are up to, oh gosh, we're already going 80. I didn't realize we were going that fast. And we got the cruise control on. We're at 80. We're at 3,200 RPMs. I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit because we're coming up on traffic. But that's what's great about these diesel Mercedes engines. Cruising RPMs, they're designed to run at high RPM. That's the way the Germans built them. For example, my F250 7.3 power stroke, if you're at 3,000 RPMs, man, you are really pushing it. That's really up there. But these German diesels, the way they design them, you can go up to 5,000 RPM. This one actually redlines at 6,000, and you can bump off 5,000 all day. And the cruising range on these is right there, 75, 3,000 RPMs, smooth as can be. And this one gets mid to upper 30s miles per gallon. 34, 35 miles per gallon is no problem. They're just outstanding engines. So we're gonna go ahead and get off on the next exit here, and hopefully there won't be a car behind me, and I'll show you the braking performance. The 124 is a very sporty chassis and has excellent braking performance. All right, we got a half-mile to our exit.
Do you want me to tape you the way you look in the driving it?
No, I got it. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
All right, we have no one behind us, and here's our exit. So that's good. I'm gonna get a chance to show some very hard braking performance. So there we go. We're coming in at 60, and I'm gonna hit these brakes really hard right here. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, now.
Oh wow.
Look at that. Did you see how fast we... Yeah, did you hear Shannon? She said, oh wow. excellent braking system. And these do have anti-lock brakes and an airbag. You can see these cars actually don't have a glove box because there's an airbag. That's what that SRS is written right there. So that's an actual airbag right there. And you also have SRS airbag on the horn, which here's the horn. Sorry, I just had to wave at the people in front of me. But anyway, that's a pretty good test drive. And I did braking performance and handling, top speed, cruise control. This is just a fantastic car. What do you think, Shannon? Shannon loves it. She keeps telling me she wants this car. But I got her a 98 that I got a really great deal on out, and found it out in Texas when I was out in Texas a few years ago. And anyway, the 124s are awesome. I think you'll really enjoy this vehicle. Here's what I would say. The 124, you get the feel of a modern car, but the reliability and simplicity of an old school German mechanical diesel injection engine. So that's the best description I can give you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.